Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at the UK's weather for the next week to 10 days. And for the next few days it's looking, it could get a bit showery and a bit more windy, for especially the northern areas of the country in Scotland and Northern Ireland, and we could see some showers peppering up. And then after that initial low pressure goes, it looks like we're going to get a ridge of high pressure through the country, and we could get the winds into the south-southeast all the way from Africa. And if this comes off, we could get temperatures, especially in like the southern areas, between 16, 17, maybe even 18 degrees or higher. Especially with the last night's ACM 12 o'clock run, it showed potentially 20 plus degrees in the south. So it's looking very interesting. And then after that, it's looking more uncertain, and that's obvious because it's more like long range, but it's keeping things pretty mild. But on this most recent run, I'm going to show you, it's bringing some more colder air in from the north on the end of the run, but that's way too far out. And then basically after that's done, it just looks like it's going to turn more than like northwesterly, westerly, like, which is still cold, but it's not as cold as northerly or northeasterly or easterly. So as I said, for the next few days into Sunday and Monday, you can see this area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic between 985 millibars or 980 millibars, and that could bring some like blustery winds into the west of the UK, and like Northern Ireland we could see gusts to 30 miles an hour, maybe even 40 or maybe higher on some exposed higher routes in Scotland. And if you look at the precipitation charts, you can see some showers into northern England and Scotland, and especially like Western Ireland and like northwest Scotland and like northwest Scotland. They could see some like moderate rainfall and pretty cloudy and grim skies on like Monday. And as we go on into next week, once that initial low pressure goes from like west to east and goes to Scandinavia, you can see this high pressure is starting to build up from the south here. And once we go into like Thursday and Friday next week, it's starting to build up to Scandinavia, into France, then into Spain, into Africa, and the winds are starting to turn into a southerly wind. And if we look at the 850 HPA wind guidelines, the streamlines, the winds are coming from all the way from northern Africa. Um, when we look at the 850 HP, at the moment it's not that warm. It's between 0 and 5 plus degrees at 850 HP. But once we get into potentially next weekend, it's really starting to get itself together over eastern parts of Europe and towards Scandinavia and Greece. And the winds are starting to turn into this into the southeast. And now, as as you can see, like when we go into Saturday, what we are starting to draw up some really warm air from like from the south and like from Africa, and like the winds are coming from like the Morocco regions. And now the 850 HPA was starting to drop the 10 plus isotherm. Once we go into the the week after that, high pressure is really starting to get like even stronger over Europe, and the winds are coming from the likes of France and Italy. And now if you look at 850 HPA in like the southeast in England, we aren't getting above 10 degrees isotherm. We're getting to 12 isotherm plus, and that's way above average for this time of year. And if we look at the temperatures for the following week on Monday, we're getting temperatures in the south and southeast between 60 degrees. And what you have to also remember is with these models, they always undercook the temperatures by a degree or two. So if this exact run was to come off, it could change a bit because it's still far out. If if this exact run plays out the way it is, we could see temperatures 17, 18, possibly 19 in like the Norwich area and towards the southeastern areas, and like northern England could see 15, 16 degrees. So pretty mild as well, and like pretty like un unseasonable like this time of year, because it's still classified as winter really. And after this, I'm going to show you here because it looks like we could get some northerly winds. So between the 26th and the 27th, you can see this ridge is starting to retrogress from east to west. So it's starting out here, in like the UK in like the Atlantic, and then it's starting to pull out towards the west, and it's starting to head up towards Greenland, and here comes the low pressure undercutting the high pressure. So the high pressure is starting to force it southwards, and when we get into Friday, the 1st of March, in like Saturday, the 2nd of March, we're turning the winds into the north. If you follow the isobars back, it's coming from the like Svalbard and all the way from the Arctic, so pretty cold winds. In like as you can see, we're well under the -5 isotherm, and like as we go on, we're bringing the -10 into Scotland, and that's pretty cold. And if we look at the precipitation type, it is bringing some showers, especially like the Scotland, because Scotland's very exposed to the northerly winds. But if you're in the eastern areas or in the middle of the country, don't expect too much if this one like was to come off, because like once the showers like start to penetrate and land into the Scottish mountains, these showers are gonna start to dissipate, and it won't like make it far inland. So it will be cold, obviously, in that, especially in like the northern areas in Scotland. Like as you can see in Scotland mountains, they could say like below freezing, but like widely to lower levels across like northern England, like between 6 and like 4 degrees, or potentially lower in some areas. And when we get to the end of the run, into Sunday and Monday, we're still into a cold like northwesterly wind, but like more for a westerly influence, and it's still pretty cold, especially in like the eastern areas and southeastern areas. But it's starting to get more milder. And if we quickly look at the motor run of the ECM WF, so when we go into Sunday and Monday, here comes the initial low pressure, and like when we go into Thursday and Friday, we're starting to get this build of ridge coming up from the south, and when we get to Saturday, we're really starting to drop the winds from like the heart of Africa. And when we look at the 850 HPA for Saturday, we're starting to draw on the +10 isotherm into the southwest of the country, like which could get temperatures 16, 17, possibly 18 degrees in the south, so pretty unseasonable, but it's pretty pleasant outside in them sort of temperatures. And when we get to Sunday and Monday into next week, no, into the into the following week, we're gonna get high pressure just establishing itself across the UK and in Europe, and we're starting to drop some like more like southerly winds, especially into the southeast of the country. And it's staying pretty like mild, especially in the south, but like more towards the northern areas. We're kind of getting more of a westerly influence, but it'll like still be pretty like mild under the area of high pressure. So yes, it's looking pretty interesting for the next week to 10 days, especially if you want like warm weather as well. But it is pretty unseasonable. But the weather has been kind of strange since the beast from the east just went in 2018, like February gone. Since the sudden stratospheric warming happened, and since we got the beast from the east, it's been really abnormal. Like cause the high pressure just keeps building in, and like there has been like much in like the way of rain or low pressure. But we are in like we're not really in like a drought, but we are like quite low with like water and that, and like water supplies and that, and it is like way drier than normal. And if we get another hot summer, it could cause problems, especially for droughts and water supplies. But there are some signs that we could get an above average summer, but that's way too far out, and I won't show you the models for that because it's too far out. But like there is some data out there that is supporting it. But as I said, like there was data supporting that like we were gonna get like bitterly cold winter this year with loads of easterly winds throughout the majority of the winter, and it's been an absolute fail. So I wouldn't read too much into that, but you never know. Anyways, guys, I would like to quickly mention um that I've just hit 38 subs, and that, like, thank you. I really appreciate the support. Like when I started to do the weather videos, I don't know how it would be respected, and if people would like watch it and that, or enjoy it and that, and it seems to be it's the case. So yeah, I'm glad that you are enjoying the content, and and I'll be like bringing more, and I might upload tomorrow, especially for the development of the Typhoon, and maybe I'll do a UK update if there's any like surprising like runs in there, like if it shows like easy wins or just something like that it's not like shown at the moment. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and turn on the post notification bell, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you soon and potentially tomorrow. Bye.